Hi everyone. Have you ever baked a cake before? Yeah, a cake like this, like for a birthday. Bum ba bum 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 bum, right? Happy birthday. A cake. Have you ever baked a cake before? When you bake a cake, you use eggs, right? From a chicken. Eggs, maybe 2 eggs or 3 or more. And you use flour. Yeah, flour, it comes in a bag and it's made from wheat, maybe. It could be made from some other things, but it's white and really powdery. And you put it into a measuring cup and then put it in to the batter, and milk, maybe from a cow or maybe from almonds or oats, right? Different kinds of milk, and sugar. Yeah, sugar from sugar cane. Yeah, sugar cane. And other ingredients, right? To make a cake. Have you ever made a cake before? Have you ever baked a cake? You put all of the ingredients into a bowl, right? And then you mix them. Maybe you mix them by hand, right? With your hands, with a whisk. Or maybe you use a machine, right? A machine to mix the ingredients together in a batter into a cake mix, right? And then after, put it in the oven. So this is the oven, and you put the cake batter into the oven. Take the bowl and pour the batter into the cake pan, and then the cake pan goes in the oven, right? So making a cake is just like acquiring a language, right? How? Well, when we acquire a language, like you are acquiring English, you are acquiring American English listening to me. When you acquire, right? Acquire by watching, listening, and understanding, it is like baking a cake. You need time. You need to wait. You need time. You need to get all the ingredients, right? You need to get the eggs, the flour, the milk, the sugar. You need to get all of the ingredients, all of the words, all of the sounds to make your language, to make your English, right? And then you have to mix it, and you need time to mix it all together to make the cake batter. And this takes lots of time. You have to wait, right? And listen and listen. If you don't wait, if you hurry and mix it together really fast, then your cake batter is not going to taste good, and it's going to have chunks, right? Big chunks in the batter, right? In the cake batter. And we don't want big chunks in our cake batter. No, because then our cake doesn't taste good. So, we need to wait. We need to take our time. And then when we put it in the oven, we have to wait. We have to wait for 25 minutes, yeah, or thereabout, yeah. We have to wait. If we open the door, right? The oven door, if we open it and we take the cake out and we taste the cake, and then we put it back in the oven, the cake is not going to rise. It's not going to bake. It's not going to cook. It's not going to cook right? And it's going to take more time, right? Because it takes maybe 25 minutes to bake in the oven. But if we take it out and then taste it and say, is it done? And then put it back in, now it's taking more time than 25 minutes. And if we keep taking it out and checking it and tasting it and smelling it and doing all these things while it's supposed to be cooking in the oven, then we make the time longer and our cake is going to collapse. It's going to fall in the middle. And after it's done, right? After 30 minutes or 40 minutes or however long, now that we take it, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, it takes more time. But after it's finished, the cake won't look like this and it won't taste as good, right? But it still tastes like a cake, but it might be really hard or really just a bad taste, right? And the same is true for acquiring, learning a language. We have to wait and listen. So we have time and repetition, right? So we have time and repetition, cat, repetition. So on this line, we have time and repetition and repetition and repetition and repetition, right? Time and repetition. And on this line, we have understanding. Yep. Oh, I know what that means. I understand what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. So this line, again, is time and repetition and repetition and repetition. And this line is understanding. Oh, I know what I'm hearing. I know what these words mean. I know what he's saying. I understand. And this is a threshold. It's a line. It's a point where we can start to speak. Yeah, we can say the words. We can speak. So this is the threshold. This is the line that we have to cross before we can speak. So at first, at the very beginning, we don't understand. But after some time and repetition, we start to understand. So at first, we don't understand. And after some time, then we start to understand, right? We start to understand what we're hearing after some time and repetition. And then slowly this goes up and up and up and up. And it just keeps increasing over time and repetition. It goes up and up and up and up. And we understand more and we understand more and more and more. Then eventually it will cross this threshold. It will cross this line and we are just able to speak what we've been hearing, right? But this part here where the cake, right? The time where the cake is baking in the oven, that takes time. And during this time, it's best if we don't speak, don't speak the language we are hearing during this time, because it's like taking the cake out of the oven, right? Here's the cake. And is it done? Is it good? Right? No, we don't do that. So during this time, we just listen and understand more and more. And during this time, we might understand a lot, right? We understand maybe 90% and up. And maybe you understand 98% to 100%, right? And this is good. We still are baking. Yeah, in the oven, you bake. We are still baking in the oven. So even though we understand 98% or 100%, we still need to wait. Yeah, and listen, because this line, when it crosses, yeah, so here's the line. And when our understanding crosses the threshold, speaking will just happen. It will just come out. But this period right here, that period, that can be hard for adults, right? That can be hard for adults. It's not hard for kids. So adults, I'm an adult, maybe you are an adult too, and kids, right? It's not hard for kids because kids don't have another language, or they also don't have to work. They don't have to talk to other people. They don't have responsibilities. They don't have to speak sooner. Kids have the whole world talking to them and saying, "Oh, do you like this? Do you like that?" And being really nice and talking to the kids and waiting and helping the kids. But adults, we don't do that. It's fast, fast, fast. Let's go. Talk, talk, talk. Speak, speak, speak. Right? So this period here can be very frustrating or hard for an adult. But if you wait and wait for your cake to bake for just 25 minutes, it will be done much faster and much better. This time here is about 1,000 hours to 1,500 hours, 1,500 hours. This listening portion where we don't speak or use the language very much, right? Now, this is a long time, but if we take the cake out, right, and taste the cake and then put it back in the oven, it takes much longer. People study, right? People study English for many years. Yeah, so here is 1 year, and people study English for many years. Maybe 5 years or 10 years, right? A long time, because they open the oven and they take the cake out and they speak or they write or they study and think about the language, and it takes longer. But if we simply listen and listen to 1,000 hours, 1,500 hours, yeah, somewhere in there, before we speak, it's much faster. It's much better. This period is waiting. We have to be strong and wait, right? Wait, wait, wait. So, acquiring a language like English or Spanish or Japanese or any language is like baking a cake in the oven. We have to wait. We have to take the time to listen and listen and listen some more. And everybody in the world who can speak a language has done this before, right? You did it already. You did it perfectly already. And you can do it again. You can do it again if you wait and wait and listen, and you'll get there. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Click the subscribe, click the notification bell, and join our Patreon page. All right. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.